Hey, Shahien Shahkar here again. Today we're going to be talking about exponents. Just the basics today, okay? So here we go. It's going to be kind of a short video. So exponents work like this. Let's say I have something like, let's go 3 to the second power. Okay, now first of all, let's discuss what these things are. Okay, this thing up here is called an exponent. Okay, this is my exponent. This is going to tell me how many of these guys down here I'm going to be multiplying together. What is this thing, the 3? The 3 is called my base, okay? So that's my base, all right? Because, I was going to make a joke there, but I messed it up. But anyway, so this is called my base, is my 3, my 2 is my exponent. So what does it even mean? The idea is that I'm looking at, okay, I take how many of these? There's 2. It's a 2 of the base here. So it's going to be 3 times 3, which is equal to 9. So the idea is that if my base is 3 and my exponent is 2, I'm looking for 2 of the base, multiplying. What if I have 3 to the third power, also called 3 cubed, which we can explain a little later, is the idea of I have this in my base, okay, but there's going to be 3 of them. 3 times 3 times 3, okay, which is going to give me 27. I love it! Okay, so then if I have 3 as a base again, but this time my exponent is 4, then what I'm looking at is 4 of these bad boys. Okay, a huge mistake that people make sometimes is just saying 3 times 4 because they're looking at these two numbers. No, that is incorrect. The idea is that I want to have 4 of my base. Boom, 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 okay? And so I think, and if you're looking at this many 3's and you're like, how do I even multiply that? 3 times 3 times 3 is 27 times 3? I don't know. Well, have you ever thought of it this way? I can be like, what's 3 times 3? It's 9. Boom! And what's 3 times 3? It's 9. Boom! And what's 9 times 9? Oh, it's 81. Okay, so these are just different ways that you can approach it. Now, sometimes people look at something like, what if I just have the number 3, or 3 to the 1 power. What is 3 to the 1 power? Well, still I have the same base, but how many of them are multiplying? Just 1. Oh, so the idea is that what is 3 to the first power? It's just 3. Interesting. So let's do this with variables, because algebra loves incorporating variables, all right? And variables are always just unknowns, okay? And so how many times in your life are you going to be solving for unknowns? Like, oh, always. So, here we go. The idea being, like, let's say if I had x to the second power, okay? Or x squared. This idea is that I'm multiplying the base, x squared is going to be equal to x times x. All right? That's what that means. If I'm looking at x cubed, I'm looking at x times x times x. All right? But if I'm just looking at x, that should mean the same thing as x to the first power, which is just x again. Because the question that I ask myself is, when I have just x by itself, how many x's are there? There's 1 of them. We just don't take the time to write the 1, okay? So, like, when it's really similar to, let's say if, I don't know, like if I was going to say, previously I said 3. We don't bother saying 3 to the first power. We just don't bother doing that, okay? Because usually we just state that it's 3. If you think about the fact that you have $3, you really have $3.00, but we never state that. We just say we have $3, okay? So you could go out and say, next time somebody asks you if you have any money, be like, yeah, I have 5 to the first power dollars, and then everybody gets really impressed with you, or walks away. I don't know how your friends are. But the idea is that if I just have a variable by itself, it really has an exponent of being to the first power. Okay? So that is the idea. One further note: if I'm looking at something like a and times b to the, I don't know, 5th power, the 5 only applies to the b. Okay? The exponent only applies to the base that it's next to. Applies to this bad boy. Okay? So if that's the case, what is the variable of the, what is the exponent of the a? Well, the exponent of the a is 1. There's only 1 of them. I hope that makes sense. Now, if I had written it this way, ab to the 5th power, well, guess what? That would be equivalent to a to the 5th, a to the 5th, and b to the 5th. Okay? That would be this case. But when I don't have parentheses around it, the 5 only relates to the thing that it's closest to, which in this case is the b, and a is to the first power. Alright? So that is a basic idea of what exponents are. Okay? So hope that is helpful. Peace!